Hey guys, welcome back to Modern Life for the 70's Mind. My name is Bob, and I appreciate you coming back and viewing another one of my videos. Um, Today we're going to do something a little different that I haven't done before. Just a little heads up, I'm going to be doing two reactions to the same song sung by different people. So that's just a little preview. As you know, if you know my channel, I always try to bring a little history. This isn't just a reaction video. I do like to go back and talk a little bit about things from the past, either the 70s or 60s. I've gone far as back as the 1800s. So it's a pretty wide span of years that I try to just go back and look at things. What I have today is actually quite interesting, and I'm going to guess that 95% of you have never heard of these before or even ever really thought about it. So what I have is, let's go back a little bit. Records, this is a 33 record. Records, as you know, unless you, I shouldn't, how should I say this? Some turntables, when you came to the end of the record, you could have it on repeat, and the arm would automatically come out and then restart, then play, and it would continue playing. Before 33s, there were 78s. 78s were a little smaller than this. These are 12 inches. Most 78s were 10 inches. And that was back in the day with that big needle. I wish I had one to show you. I do, but it's packed away somewhere. Instead of a nice little fine cartridge like turntables have today, these were like basically like a sharp pencil lead made of steel that would sit on the record and go through the grooves, and then you'd have to manually lift it off. There was no automatic arm movement on those. So the problem was, what if you wanted to repeat the same song a couple times? Um, I don't have a 78 available, so let's pretend this is a 78. There were things made called repeaters. I'm going to show you one, and I'm going to have to talk you through this because it's not the easiest to describe. So pretend this is a 78. This mechanical creature is a repeater. And I bet if I just showed this and I said, what is this? No one would know what it is. This is an encore repeater. It's a bit more mechanical than the other one that I'm going to show you. But if you put this record, being a 78, on a turntable, this would go like over the spindle and like that. So you can see the 33 record is a little bigger. On a normal 78, it would actually hang over the edge slightly. So let me show you how this worked, and I hope I can describe this properly. So what would happen is, when you set the needle down, the needle actually, it sits this way, so the needle's coming down this way, but for the sake of showing you, I'm going to show it this way. So when the record plays, the needle, you set the needle down, and because the record's turning, the force of the needle wants to push this way. So what happens is, as the needle plays down the record, so it's going down and down, and now it comes to the end of the record, this kind of slips off and lets loose, and then spins around, and then it catches in this groove right here, and it drives up here, and then the force of the record turning turns this little auger type thing, and it slides the needle, it rolls basically the needle back up, it spits it out here, and now you're here again for the needle to come down, and when it spins around, it comes back up here, and then up so it was just a mechanical way to literally move the arm to the outside. I think it's genius. I hope that makes sense. So the other version of this, and this is called a gold seal. This is like almost like a plastic, and this is accomplishes the same thing, just in a slightly different manner. You put the spindle here, and it's kind of an odd shape just because of the way the movement is, so don't worry so much about that. But you put it over the spindle, so the spindle would be like right here, and you put the needle here. So what happens is the needle plays down as it's going to the middle of the record, and then at the end it hits this groove, which sends the needle down this little groove, which directs it back to the outside of the record. And then the needle goes down again, and then when it gets to the end, it hits this groove. It moves the arm all the way back up, and it starts over. So these were kind of fun ways to get a record to repeat itself. It is so much easier these days just to set it on repeat or just hit play again. But I find it very interesting how they developed these little accessories for turntables that would allow you to repeat the record. I think this one is like really cool. I just like the mechanics of it. Somebody put some thought into it. But anyways, I thought you might find those interesting. So let me do this. Let me get everything set up, and I will be right back. Okay, if you guys like my channel, please give me a thumbs up if you like the content I'm putting out, and subscribe to my channel if you will. That really helps me out a lot. One thing I wanted to say real quick before I leave this. The negative thing about these, and I forgot to mention it, is that when you put this thing on the record and the record's spinning, this isn't spinning, at least until it swings over that one time. So the negative part of this is you would hear this thing dragging across the top of the record. So I don't know if back when this was new, if there was something on here that might have limited. I see a little bit of a plastic thing right here. I don't know if there was something that kind of eliminated some of the sliding sound across the record, but anyways, I just wanted to mention that because there were negative sides of that. And the other thing is those 78 records, you can only play them so many times, especially the ones early on, because at some point they would wear out. You know what that was especially true on is the cylinder records. I'm going to show those some video. I don't know if you've ever seen the cylinder records. It kind of looks like a chunkier version of a toilet paper roll, which was really interesting. But I'll bring those up on a different video. So anyways, today, like I said, we're going to be doing 2 different reaction videos. I'm going to be recording them back to back, so they're a little fresh in my mind. This one is by request, and it's by Home Free, and the song is How Great Thou Art. Obviously, I know the song. I've never heard Home Free sing it. I know it's an old song back from the 1800s, I believe. The only songs of Home Free that I've heard is Man of Constant Sorrow and American Pie. So this will be number 3. So I'm looking forward to it. So why don't we just start going into it, and let's see where this takes us. So again, this is Home Free for our first reaction video of the day, singing How Great Thou Art. That voice. Oh.
When I in awesome wonder consider all the worlds thy hands have made, I see the stars, I hear the rolling thunder, thy power throughout the universe displayed. Then sings my soul, my Savior God, to thee. How great thou art, how great thou art.
Okay. You know, every video I go on about Low Dude, which I found out, and I'm 99% sure his name is Tim, so I'm just going to call him Tim. If by chance I'm wrong, forgive me, I'll correct it by next video, but I'm 99% sure his name is Tim. What an amazing voice. You have got to love, even before we get into the singing, you got to love the setting, the mountains there. I don't know where that is. That's not the Tetons, is it? I'm not sure. If you guys know where this is shot, please let me know in the comments below. I'm really interested. I sell these little photo night lights for my business, and I'm always looking for places to photograph, and this would be a great one. Anyways, just let me know if you know. It kind of makes me just want me to grab my camera and get out there. Anyways, these guys have everything going on. You got the beautiful background. Their dress fits perfectly in the kind of an overcast day that it is with the background. I mean, it all comes together. It really creates a perfect setting for them to sing. It is a great way to start this video with Tim. See, I said Tim. With Tim singing. Their resonance in his voice is just nuts. And the reason I like him starting this, because the song does start out a little slower, at least the versions that I know of this song. And then it builds as the song goes on. So to start with a lower tone and bringing in the harmonizing and just melting that all together is just a wonderful way to start. It almost teases you with more things to come or something. I don't know. Hearing that, and I think Tim's had his points in each song where he's kind of taken the lead a little bit, but this one verse and the chorus is probably, in my opinion, the most balanced that I've heard these guys. Because normally with Tim's voice, you hear an occasional boop boop in the background or something that is really fun. But to hear him singing throughout, and that sound that he puts out is just nuts. And to hear everyone else come in, the contrasting vocals really decorate his voice in an amazing way. Here, everyone seems to be in their comfort range. It's really easy right now. No one's stressing out. No one's pushing anything. It's just really in their comfort range. And it shows because everyone's relaxed and it just comes off perfectly, like I said, with this setting. The only singer I wasn't quite sure what he was sounding like, because it was kind of hard, is the beatbox guy. Sorry, I don't know his name. And is he I'm so used to just hearing him make these background noises, especially like on American Pie. Is he like a baritone or a tenor? Do you guys know? Let me know, okay? Anyways, it's a great start to the song. It's beautiful. So let's keep going and see where this takes us.
When through the woods and forest glades I wander and hear the birds sing sweetly in the tree. When I look down from lofty mountain grandeur and see the brook and feel the gentle breeze, then sings my soul, my Savior God, to thee. How great thou art, how great thou art, then sings my soul, my Savior God, to thee. How great thou art, how great thou art.
Oh, that is... I want to know who comes up with all these harmonizing blends and mixes. Whoever is doing this, I don't know if it's these guys or if they have like a producer or something. Whoever that is, they're genius, because it is really difficult to follow these guys when they sing. And it's not just this song, maybe this song a little bit harder, but it's so hard to follow these guys because of all the different vocal ranges and all the crazy harmonizing going on. It's like you got to fully immerse yourself into this song to hear everything, and then probably have to listen to it at least 3 or 4 times to really get a feel on what these guys are pulling off. It's really hard to fully appreciate the beauty of what they're singing the first time around. Like I said, it's really complex. Only the third song I've heard of these guys, at least, yeah, it was the third, but I really like the bearded guys, which I think his name is Rob. Don't hold me to that, but beard guy is Rob, I believe. So Rob. Those are probably the best vocals I've heard of him so far. He was really, really good on the other videos I've seen of his, but there was something, at least in my mind, that I always felt like, man, that could be even better. And I think this is the spot where, yeah, he's way better on this. Again, not taking away from any of his other stuff because he's amazing. But with this and this song and the way the song just plays out in general is perfect for him. So I really like it. This was a selection that I made because of your comments. So I really appreciate you referring this because this is really nice. And let's keep going and see where we go.
It is well, with my soul, It is well, with my soul. When Christ shall come with shout of acclamation. And take me home. What joy shall fill my heart? Then I shall bow in humble adoration, and then proclaim, my God, how great thou art. Then sings my soul, Savior God, to thee. How great thou art, how great thou art. Then sings my soul, my Savior God, to thee. How great thou art, how great thou art. How great thou art, how great thou art.
Come on, that is nuts. First off, I love that bridge. I've never heard that before. Is that something they made? Do you guys know? Or have I just never heard that inserted into the song before? Beautiful, and it fit in. If they created that, that's perfect. And I suggest anyone after this who makes this song include that in their version. Beatbox guy finally came a little bit at the very beginning of that bridge into the forefront. He's got a higher voice than I kind of expected. I wasn't sure. Like I said, I wasn't really sure what he had. But it was very clean and smooth, and it really made for the nice intro into that section. So, where do I begin with all those vocals? Like I was hoping, and like I had mentioned based on my earlier times of listening to this song from other artists, the song did build nicely, didn't it? It's everything I was hoping for, and I just couldn't stop the video to make comments on that because it was uninterruptible. How's that? It almost makes you want to listening to this makes you want to jump up from the chair with my hands in the air. It's so inspiring. It's really wonderful. Then at that one point, you see the camera like panning past the old church, and it made for such a wonderful moment in that song. I loved it. I really hope that that in real life, these guys are good friends, because the feeling that this gives off when you're looking at them sing, it looks like they're having fun, doesn't it? Their facial expressions are wonderful. It's like I even seen like bits of smiles. At times they close their eyes because they were so into the song, and it makes me really wish I could sing. These guys are amazing. I think my monitor is like a wormhole, and if I open it up and stick my head in there, I can see my life the way it was pre-home free. It'll never be the same. So I'm backing out of that, because these guys are just a pleasure to listen to. They've created an amazing and classic version of this song. So well done. All right, so let me clean up my computer screen here, and I'll come back for my final thoughts. So I am not going to overtalk this one, because it's simple. Bottom line, it was perfect in every possible way. I loved it. Home free. This is 3 in a row for them that I've just loved every single one. So as I said before, I really appreciate everyone who suggests these things, because I am new to this, and I'm trying to feel my way through it as far as what content you all like to hear. So I'm happy that you give me some guidance and you did not steer me wrong in any way in this one. I love this song, which really helps. Unfortunately, the only time I get to sing it is at funerals, pretty much. And then I have a hard time getting words out, because I know this song has played at each of my grandparents' funerals, my mom's funeral, my dad's funeral. And when you're in that moment, to try to sing these words out when you've lost someone, so dear to you, it's really difficult. So to be able to just sit back and let someone entertain me to such a beautiful song that always doesn't have the greatest of memories for me is wonderful, and I really appreciate that. It almost made me want to finally, sing out loud with them at a couple points during listening to this. So it was nice. It's nice to come across a truly uplifting version of How Great Thou Art. It's really inspiring, isn't it? Anyways, as I said earlier, I am going to be doing, when I'm done with this, I'm going to start uploading it, and then I'm going to start doing a second version of this same song, but this time with singer Carrie Underwood. That was also referred to me, so I thought it would be fun just to do a back-to-back comparison right next to each other, so they're both fresh in my mind, and kind of recap it that way. So, as always, if you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up. I would appreciate that. And if you could oh man, I'm having a hard time. It's early on Saturday, so bear with me here because the words aren't coming out right. If you like my videos, please subscribe to my channel and follow me. That really helps me out a lot. And I will be back in just a little bit for another reaction video. But thank you all, guys. You have a wonderful day, and peace out.